This is the AOMS tutorial part 2. It is the continuation of part 1. If you have not read part 1, please do. I assume you have installed the app to your iPad and you have attached the structure sensor to the iPad. Because the things you see here are not usually seen in your common practice, so we put these things in the second part. It doesn't mean the things here are not important though. Now let's get started. When you launch the app for the first time, you will see a message. It's a prompt to tell you that you need to take care of some settings to better use the app and the scanner. If you do not do anything with the settings, you can still use the app. Just tap the OK button. If you want to make the app function more efficiently, you can go to the settings. On your iPad, press the Home button and you will see this screen. The settings icon is pointed by the red arrow. Tap it. Now you are in the settings. On the left-hand side, scroll down to near the button and you should find the app, identified by the icon with a foot and orthotic on it. Tap the icon. You will see contents on the right-hand side. Some meanings are obvious and some are not. Let me explain them. It is obvious that the switch by the line of camera tells the iPad to give rights for the app to use its camera or not to. In our app, we will only use the camera on the back side, which faces the foot. ID is an important item. Since you are ordering orthotics from a lab, they need to know who you are. You can use an ID to identify yourself. It is between you and the lab what the ID should be. It can be an abbreviation of your business name or a simple number. You cannot leave this line blank. For testing purpose, you can just leave ID in there and the app still works. Address and phone number are used for ordering orthotics. You need to type the address in one line. You do not have to enter them. The app still works without them. It is between you and the lab. If these are provided, they will be shown in the text file sent to the lab. The item called App Return Code is for the developer, not for users. However, sometimes users may be able to help the developer to understand how the app runs with this code. Dropbox is a third-party product. It is a great product for helping people handling their files quickly and efficiently. Dropbox can be turned on or off by the switch. Sometimes Dropbox can go off silently. At that time, you have to force the app to relink to Dropbox. That's what the force to relink Dropbox means. With the app, you can use email attachment to send files. Without it, the app still functions. If you want to use email, you need to provide email address. It can be your email address or the lab's email address. The app plays sound for certain actions. The user will soon have a feeling about the meanings. The sound helps the user to understand what is going on. You can leave the sound on or off. There are two ways of tracking the object with the scanner. One way is to use sensor's depth information, and the other way is to use both iPad's camera and the depth information. Sometimes, especially when the light condition is not good, you may want to use the sensor's tracking only. For example, if the room is too dark, this item sets the default for the function. you can still change it in the app. In this case, we purposely disabled the color camera in the iPad settings. We get a message in the app, and we can still use the scanner in the app. In fact, for our purpose, we can still use the scanner with only the depth information. In the future, we hope to include color information for ordering orthotics. This is just an example how we can use the scanner. If you link Dropbox for the first time, the standard API will show up. You need to give it an email address and the password to make Dropbox work for you. After that, we strongly recommend you to do some tests with the Dropbox. For each foot scanned, you should get 3 files in your Dropbox. You can use email address to send files. However, without email, the app still works. Files are also stored locally in the iPad. I will show you how to get them out later. The files stored in iPad can be accessed by Mac or IBM computers. The one shown here is iTunes installed on Windows 7 PC. So first install the iTunes and then plug in your iPad to the PC. The iTunes will launch automatically. Click the place pointed by the red arrow. Now we see a new screen. Click Apps pointed by the red arrow on the upper left. Then scroll down. At the bottom, find the icon with foot. On the lower right-hand side corner, you can see your files. You can copy them, delete them, or manage them. In some rare cases, you may want to make some unusual moves, including uninstalling the app or restarting the iPad. To turn off the iPad, hold the On/Off button pointed by the red arrow A for several seconds. To turn it back on, hold the same button for a couple of seconds. To force the app exit from memory, double press the Home button pointed by red arrow B. Double press is like double click with a mouse. After double tapping the Home button, you will see a list of apps in the memory. Find the app and use a finger to grab the app up. Hold and drag. It will disappear. To remove the app, find the app icon first. Then use a finger to nail the icon for a couple of seconds. All icons shake. At that time, tap the cross on the app icon and choose Delete to remove it. When you do it, you need to understand that you will wipe out all the information associated with the app, including your data files. If you keep using the structure sensor without charging the battery, you will eventually see this screen. It's a good idea to charge it when it's not in use. The battery can last a long time, like a day for a non-continued work, just in case you want to charge it at times. That's all for the tutorial. If you have any technical questions, please contact SharpShape. More information can be found at sharpshape.com. If you have questions for your lab, please contact them directly.